What's up, YouTube? Joel Wanasek here with Unstoppable Recording Machine, and today I'm going to show you how to get that clanky metal bass sound that we all love that's in so many different metal mixes. Super easy to do. Basically, it comes from distortion and using an amp simulator on your bass guitar sound. Now, let's have a listen here to this mix that I've got going on. I got some bass, guitars, drums, pretty straightforward. Okay, nothing on it. I just got some limiting, some processing, a little bit of EQ. Nothing fancy. Let me get rid of that real quick. All right, have a listen. So a nice, safe, boring bass tone. Here's what we've got in solo. Program bass, very common in metal. Okay, so let's make it clanky. So if we want to do that, like I said, all you got to do is add distortion. Now, I like to use amp simulators, and I'm just going to use the stock Steinberg one because it's, stock and it works, just to prove a point here. Now, it's interesting. So when you add it to the full bandwidth signal, here's what it sounds like. I'm just going to click through a couple different amp models for you. Now, the interesting thing is you're getting some cool different top-end clanky sounds, but it's really affecting the full signal and basically tearing up your mid-range and your bottom end. Different amps are going to affect that. So I like to try to avoid that. And to do that, I get rid of that, and I like to split my bass. What do I mean by splitting it? So let's go back to the bass I started with. We are going to duplicate that track, and we're going to label it bass high, or we'll call it, swank. Give it a fun name. Now, okay, so it's just the same track copied twice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to high pass filter out all of the bottom end on that. Now, you can do this anywhere from 500 to, say, a couple thousand hertz. It really just depends on what sounds good in your mix. So I'm just going to start at 700. Now I'm going to open up an amp simulator. Again, I'm just going to use the stock Steinberg one for now. And then we'll go try some more fancier ones. And let's cycle through some amps here. Now I'm going to combine these two signals. Now let's hear it in the mix. Again, I'm just going to click through and listen for the perfect amp model that sounds the best with my guitars and my drums. Now that's my favorite. Now, the amount of drive that you add to this is going to be interesting because the less drive you have, the cleaner it's going to sound. The more drive, the more aggressive it's going to sound, but you're going to lose clarity. So hear that? Let's listen to it in the mix. Now, say we want a little bit more clarity on the top end. A good thing to do, again, I would just match my other filter as a starting point. You can adjust by ear, is to take a low-pass filter and come in. So I'm going to go down to 700 hertz here, approximately, on my bass. So I've got it split here on the bottom, and I've got the top with all the distortion. So I'm focusing on keeping my bass clean and the top end of my bass swanky so I can hear more of the swank. Now you're going to get more clarity. Have a listen. Just lets the distortion come through a little bit more. Again, now let's go listen to the gain here as we add more drive to the amp. And I definitely do like it a lot right there. Now, another thing you can do here is you can come in and you can EQ the bass a little bit and just see what sounds good. You can remove frequencies to shift out things that are nasty or accentuate them. So let's find like the really clanky stuff. Like I find that kind of annoying. So if I were to cut that out and then maybe add a little bit of this, let's hear it in the mix now. And I'll take the EQ on and off. Sometimes when I'm mixing, I'll sit here and I'll play with the EQ on the distortion to just find the perfect spot. So as you can hear, the EQ kind of helps accentuate the swank, the clankiness, you know, it makes it sound real nasty. Now, let's grab another amp simulator, and you can grab like anything. Let's go grab something like Toneforge Ben Bruce, just for example. Any amp sim will work. It just depends on what you like. In the mix, this is what this one sounds like. So it's not my favorite. Let's go grab Pod Farm bass amps. And again, just sit down, click through a bunch of different amps, find something that gets you excited. That sounds pretty aggressive. Let's hear it. So that's all I gotta do is just find the right sim. Now what's cool about having the bass split like this is you can use this volume fader here on the top or the bottom to adjust the EQ of the bass. So if you want more clank, turn it up. Maybe you want less, maybe you want more, maybe you want more clank and really to dial back the bottom end. So there you go, my friends. That's how easy it is to get that clanky, clacky, swanky top end to your bass in your metal mixes. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe to our channel here at URM Academy because we have so many awesome audio production, mixing, etc. videos that you can learn from, all free, of course. And please let me know in the comments what your favorite bass amps or guitar amps are for creating swanky, clanky bass. I'm Joel Wanasek, and this is URM Academy. Thank you.